Evidence: the tiny house movement. I believe that the tiny houses are good option are viable if you take into account that they are houses for people who like to live outside the city and to get your house in order with few things and get to independence without means of communication like the internet without having the comforts of a normal house to have a skeleton in the closet. One must have a plot of land to build it and its construction is basically on wood. The space is not very large because it consists of a bedroom, bathroom, kitchen, and a small meeting area to keep fun. By this reason, the people had drawn out some things of your old house, like the bed furniture and many of your personal objects, because in a small space you had to accommodate yourself to live with few things that are functional. In the United States is a form of crossover. The line shows that people are responsible for themselves and they want separate a little personal and family life. Furniture and space are functional and get independence. You don't have to apply for building permits and it can be a good option for someone retired. For my part, I feel comfortable living in the city, in a town, but not far from everything. I couldn't adapt to the little space offered by a tiny house. People before moving into a tiny house should check through what they belong to they will take to their new and small home they truly use so that don't don't have an income. In the case of Colombians, they should be taught to lead a few things first so that they can easily adapt to small spaces. The people should come back to their old house if they don't feel comfortable in a tiny house, although some on the contrary may find out that living in a tiny house is fabulous, like out in the countryside or nearby towns to the city and look around green environments and nature. However, I think that this model of housing would be viable for single people or just married who want to go out the city of Bogota because the tranquility of the countryside would help them rest and cool down, as had a light as a bed of roses, very comfortable and peaceful in the countryside. I also think that is your home model implies having to settle less debts. By any normal measure, both would be considered economic basket cases. The tiny house movement requires a lot of money for its construction, considering it's based in wood. Sometimes the finishes can be a bit expensive if you don't plan well what you want to do. It I would rather rent a tiny house to spend a few days or days in the countryside, for example, in a far away from the noise of Bogota and get away from the neighbors for a while and discover the natural environments. I feel a bit divided in my opinion. While in the United States it is something that is fashionable, in our culture independence is not possible. Concern about had independence our parents wouldn't allow us to live in such a small space, but when I retire, I will do it as a project, as couch potato, and I will give everything to the end back for its construction. At least one industrial engineer will be needed. I would think that for low-income people, if a large loan is purchased and the budget for its construction is feasible, services such as water and energy are cheaper and you don't have to pay as many taxes and people are favored. When the people of the city move to a tiny house, they build a strong into a cook because they feel reduced due to the little space and the few things they had because they had little clothes and things can miss the big houses and had to get rid of many things. However, the process of adaptation to housing is difficult for people who are used to in large houses. Big picture, but you will get used to leaving the routine out of the frying pan into the fire.